How old is Mike in September of 2010?
He is 50.
What does he tell me about his life before this happened? Has he got a job?
Yes, he is a truck driver. He works hard. When he's not working, we camp and we fish, ride motorcycles. We used to do that. We have our grandson, you know, they come and visit and spend the night.
You have children?
We have 2 children.
How old are your children?
They were 21 and 25 at that point in September.
And you have grandkids?
Grandkids, yeah.
How many?
3.
From both children or just?
From both children.
And are your children boys, girls?
Our daughter is the 25-year-old and our son is a 21-year-old.
You said he was a truck driver?
Right.
What type of truck driver?
He hauled wood
Now, was that
in the wood industry, the logger.
is that an 18-wheeler?
Yeah.
And local routes, home every night?
Home every night, yeah.
How many years have you been doing that?
Probably 15 years.
What did you do before that?
He welded in between time there, was a fabricator, welder.
How long have you been married?
27 years next week.
Do you have a job?
I did have a job. I lost it 3 weeks prior to this.
What were you doing?
I was a quality auditor in a decorative trim business that did aluminum and plastic decorator knobs.
Economy downturn type of problem?
Well, I got hurt at work and used up all my medical leave and they got rid of me.
Just give me a second. You had a four-wheeler that he got hurt in.
Right.
Do you live out in the kind of place that you'd have that as part of your yard, or?
We had it, yeah, we did yard work with it and you can drive them actually on our township roads.
And how far was it that the bar was from your house?
About a quarter of a mile.
Anybody ever do any investigation as to what happened in the accident?
Nobody seemed to know. I did hear things that a car had pulled in there and hit them, but you know, I don't know. There was no camera surveillance there, but there was a business across the street. I myself went over there to see if they had surveillance and they didn't.
How far from the bar was he?
He only was about, I don't know, maybe 40 feet. It wasn't very far for, you know, him to get going and turn over. And it's a big machine. It's a 650 and it's heavy duty and nobody really seems to know. I did, yes, talk to a couple people and they said if I couldn't prove that it was injury on their part, you know, that they caused it, there was nothing that we could do.
Tell me about your house and the kind of place you live.
Our house, we live in a ranch style house. We've lived there 15 years. Joe actually built it.
Is it, are you out in it?
We're out, he caught me. We live about 5 miles from Cribbets, which is the nearest town. We live in Middleton, which is 5 miles north of there. And it's a country type living.
Some acreage?
We have 1 1/3 acres there.
Some trees?
We live in a red pine plantation, there's about 500 of them.
It's beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Deer and turkey and bear once in a while.
How would you describe your life before this accident?
Pretty much perfect. You know, we worked hard and, you know, we paid our bills and, you know, we had have a lot of things, a camper and four-wheeler and, you know, 5 acres up at camp and a fishing boat. You know, I worked hard, he worked hard for all of our marriage and we had a good relationship.
Tell me about a typical weekend camping or vacation that you might take.
A weekend camping, we would pack our bags. Camp was only 30 miles from home, so we could just pretty much pick up and go at any time, and we didn't need to have groceries because there was a store that was like 15 miles from there, so we could pick up whatever we wanted. And we'd go there and we'd get there and unlock the gate, and it's like, oh, this is so beautiful, and it was peace and quiet and no phones and no traffic and no noise, and just the wilderness. And we'd have a campfire and grill out and cook some food, and just have good conversation and just enjoy it, and then sleep in the morning and look out the window and see if there was any wild creatures in the area.